What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So, today I'm giving you guys my preview and predictions for Crown Jewel this Saturday. Crown Jewel is coming from Perth, Australia. And at the time of recording this video, we only have 5 matches that are confirmed. But if that was a possibility, we end up getting another match confirmed on SmackDown, which I don't think they are going to do, but it's still something to look out for nonetheless. But we're going to get into the matches, talk about a little bit of their backstory and where I think these matches are going to lead to, who I think is ultimately going to get the win, and why as well. So, the first match was a match that was recently confirmed on Monday Night Raw. It is an Australian street fight. We have the OTC1, the tribal chief, the head of the table, whatever you want to call him, Roman Reigns battling against your tribal thief, Bronson Reed. And I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman might be in his corner for this match as well. Now, to be honest, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I did not expect this match was gonna happen, nor did I care that this match was gonna happen. The reason why is because we look back at what happened at Clash in Paris, right? I was literally in the camp of saying Bronson Reed needed to get the win if you're trying to establish this guy as a credible threat on Monday Night Raw. And plus, he needed it because Roman Reigns, we knew he was already, filming for Street Fighter. So we already were in the camp. Okay, Bronson Reed gets the win because he's the one that's there every week while Roman Reigns is on vacations, doing movies, and so on and so forth. So I'm thinking Bronson Reed was going to get the win, but no, they gave it to Roman Reigns. I get it. Roman Reigns is the bigger name, and it's Roman Reigns, so you can't really bet against him. But in the grand scheme of things, it hurt a lot of credibility for Bronson Reed with him losing a lot of momentum by losing this match. Now we have this match happening again. Honestly, if we were gonna get Roman Reigns on the show, because I think they had a poster or something like that where he was on it, so we knew he was gonna be here in some shape or form on the card. But I'm thinking maybe we could have did something where he maybe came out and cost the champion vs champions match again for Seth Rollins or something. Or if we were gonna get a match, maybe we would have got the long awaited match that I think a lot of us want is Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. But I guess they're gonna probably say that for like a bigger show, like a Royal Rumble or a WrestleMania, or even next year's SummerSlam even. So I don't even know if they're gonna do this match anytime soon. So I guess we got to stick with Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed for the time being. Now, who do I think is going to win this match? Bronson Reed has to win this match. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Bronson Reed needs to get the win. If he loses, it's over. It's done. He's going to be looked at as an afterthought in the vision and will no longer have any sort of credibility whatsoever. So he can use weapons to his disposal, which I give the upper hand for him. And you also got to understand, he's from Australia. So why can't you give him the win in his hometown? I get it. Granted, we've seen plenty of times where wrestlers go to their hometown or home country and end up losing. We've seen it many times over the last couple of years with people like Sammy losing in Montreal to Roman. We've seen it with Chad Gable to Gunther. We've seen it numerous times. So I would not be surprised if they want to pull a swerve and give it to Roman Reigns again just because he's Roman Reigns. But I think from the grand scheme of things, Bronson Reed needs to get the win here. That's like I said, Bronson Reed is my pick. Hopefully this time, fingers crossed, he actually gets the job done. The next match that we're going to be talking about is a tag team match. We have Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors of Kairi Sane and Asuka. Now, Asuka and Kairi recently turned on Io about 2 weeks ago. Io kind of has been still trying to figure out what's going on. She's still trying to forgive them. She said she still feels like they're family to her. But Asuka and Kairi aren't really too keen on that. And that they're also telling a story where maybe Kairi Sane at some point breaks free of Asuka, and I think that's a feud in itself. Honestly, that's a feud within itself if you really wanted to, or a WrestleMania moment of Kyrie turning on Asuka. Absolutely, I would love to see those two potentially have something going on, like on a tag team match, and maybe she breaks up there, or if they want to compete in a singles match, maybe for the IC title or something along the lines of that. I think that's going to be something interesting because I even said it in a recent video a couple weeks ago. I think if you wanted this feud to continue, you really can. This has legs to really be stretched out all the way to WrestleMania, even though I think a lot of people would not be too keen on the idea of this match happening, but it has potential to happen nonetheless. Now, who wins this match? Kairi Sane did win with the help of Asuka on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. So I feel like go home math, Asuka and Kairi will lose, sorry. But then you also can say, could there be a potential heel turn here? Could Io turn heel and align with Asuka and Kyrie because she's been saying, I can't do this to them. They're my family. She's made it note of it mentioned in numerous times with her and Rhea over recent weeks. So could you have them could you have the opportunity of them turning her? You could, and you could build up a more intriguing, compelling story because you know there's still a story with Rhea and Io where Rhea has yet to defeat Io, and you can build that up. But I don't think they're gonna do that either. So I think that can be like more of like a mutual respect type of thing or whatnot. But I think it's safe to say I think Rhea and Io are gonna get the win here. Rhea's in her in Australia. She's gonna get the win. She's gonna get the home crowd pop. Like, let's be real here. So Oscar and Kyrie are gonna lose. I got Rhea Io for the W here. The next match is a Crown Jewel Championship match. We have the women's side of things. We have Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vacour. Now, now at first I was in the camp of saying we were gonna get Stephanie because she won the championship back at WrestlePalooza, and I'm thinking we were gonna get her and Jade Cargill, but Jade Cargill came up unsuccessful in the recent match, which was a triple threat between her, Nia Jax, and Tiffany. Nia Jax took the pin in that match, so I think there's still legs to continue that feud if you want to do it again, even though I think people are kind of dreading that already. But I will say this. I will say this, right? After seeing how things are playing out and how Tiffany has been winning, I think it makes sense for them to do Tiffany and Stephanie. And here's why. They've been making mention of Stephanie being undefeated this entire year, right? She's beaten pretty much everybody. She's beaten Jade Cargill. She's beaten Charlotte. I think they're gonna make a big deal out of her losing. We've seen it happen this year with Bianca, where she was talking about the undefeated streak, when she was undefeated at WrestleMania, and what happened? Not only did she lose at WrestleMania, she took the pin in that match. I think if you would have gave the title to Jade Cargill, you would have put yourself in a corner because these are both new champions, and you can't have both one of your new champions going out there and looking weak. If you would have put Stephanie and Jade out there, and either if Stephanie would have taken a loss, it would have diminished her reign because she lost so early in the reign. Same thing with Jade Cargill. But now that you have somebody who's actually been there as champion for a while, and then she can definitely take the loss here, and then from there we can probably tell the downfall of her championship reign coming to an end and stuff like that. So I just wanted to put that out there. But who I think is going to win? Stephanie Vacour is getting the win here. I just don't think it's going to be Tiffany, but I would be shocked. I'm being so serious. I would be shocked if Tiffany won this match. I really would. I would be shocked, and I would be questioning why did it even happen. Seriously. Seriously. We would have to have a legit conversation about this. But Stephanie is my prediction to win this match. The next match is a dream match relived almost 10 years later. We have John Cena versus AJ Styles. Now, if you guys know, I love both of these guys. You know, I love me some AJ Styles from TNA to WWE, whatever you want to call it. Like, bro, this is my guy. New Japan, AJ's my guy, bro. AJ's been my guy. But you can't deny John Cena either. But we know their history as well because you think about it. John Cena and AJ first had their match, Money in the Bank 2016. AJ got the W. What happened at SummerSlam? AJ got the W. What happened at none other than Royal Rumble? The trilogy, because you know they were having other matches in between. We had the triple threat with John Cena, AJ Styles, and Dean Ambrose. You had pretty much Mr. AEW, Mr. TNA, and Mr. WWE all colliding for the WWE Championship that year, and AJ Styles got the win by pinning John Cena. So AJ Styles got 3 pins on John Cena already. Now, and we only one that he hasn't won was Royal Rumble 2017, where that was an instant classic match. I guarantee you, if you haven't went to see that match, go watch it. But anyways, John Cena got the win over AJ at Royal Rumble 2017 to become a 17-time world champion. So, no, 16-time world champion. I'm sorry. I'm blanking. 16-time world champion. But then we have this match happening again, and we've seen what happened on Raw. AJ Styles, he says we don't need a story. This history writes itself. We're gonna go out there and put on a show. We're gonna go out there and try to literally leave it all in the ring, give 110%. I think what's gonna happen here after we'll be seen at WrestlePalooza, I think John Cena's gonna get the win here. I think you need to build him back up after taking that hellacious loss against Brock at WrestlePalooza, and build his credibility back. I mean, he's still John Cena at the end of the day, but John Cena's on his way. You want to give him a proper send off, having him go against some of his bigger rivals in WWE. So we'll see if that does come to fruition. But I'm gonna go John Cena to get the win here. The next match, and is the main event of the evening, champion versus champion, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. I've been invested in the video package that they've been doing, hyping up this feud and this match with their previous encounters and everything like that. The first time we've seen these two compete since when Cody Rhodes came back at WrestleMania 38. Great match. We've seen it at WrestleMania Backlash that year. It was a good match, and we had the combination of that and none other than Hell in a Cell, where Cody Rhodes had a torn pec and he still beat Seth Rollins. The whole thing of this whole feud is Seth Rollins could not beat and cannot beat Cody Rhodes. I think with everything that's been happening, him talking to Paul, he even asked him on Raw, what happens when I lose? And he says you start to lose the faith in the locker room. You start to lose faith in Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed start to lose faith in you because they entrusted in you, and you also lose Paul Heyman because he starts to wonder, why did I choose you over Roman? So they're bringing that up. It always circles back to Roman Reigns, seems like, right? So I'm thinking with everything that's happened, Seth Rollins has to exercise his demons and he has to get the win. Now, I will say this. If he loses, this creates an interesting storyline after that, because maybe that he starts to descend into madness even more. Maybe he starts to lean into be more maniacal and calculated and ruthless, as they say, if he were to lose this. I think the story and the fallout could be very interesting in how they go about it. But we all know how WWE feels about Cody Rhodes. He's their crown jewel, no pun intended. But like, if you're thinking from a story perspective, right? Seth Rollins needs to get the win here. He needs to exercise his biggest demons by finally overcoming the one guy he cannot beat, and that's defeating him at Crown Jewel. So my prediction is Seth Rollins to win this match. Not clean. It might not be clean, but maybe it will be. But I think he's going to get some shenanigans from Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to help him win. Maybe even Paul Heyman as well. So, yeah, my prediction is Seth Rollins to become your Crown Jewel champion. And the same thing goes for Stephanie. Both of them will be your Crown Jewel champions this year. But those are my predictions. Comment down below your predictions for Crown Jewel this Saturday, taking place at 7 a.m. my time, you guys. So hopefully I can set an alarm and remind myself to set an alarm for that so I can watch it. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys super kick that like button, Superman punch that post notification bell, and spear the subscribe button. Takes 3 seconds out of your day. Do those 3 things for me, helps in the progression of my channel, as well as we are building our community day by day. We're on the road to 2,000. Ultimate goal is 10,000 in the near future. We're trying to reach every milestone that we set for ourselves, slowly but surely. But with that being said, hope everybody has a great day, great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.